What's up, everybody? Hank, Houston, John spotted something from some recent tournament footage, and I wanted to share it as a way of just explaining what I do as a tournament fisherman, maybe inspiring somebody to come at the game a little differently in terms of their strategy and approach to the water. I fished a tournament recently with Central Carolina kayak fishing at Lake Gaston. The lake I don't know very well, haven't fished it before in a tournament, and I decided to approach it by focusing on my strengths as an angler, and that's focusing on moving water, skinny water, shallow water, things like that. So I went up to the dam end and launched there. And, you know, beautiful, still morning. It's going to be hot. I know it's going to be important to get those early bites. And as I was searching, I came across a pattern. You'll see it right away in the video. The fog started to lift, and I was answering the question, where are the fish? The fish, in this case, were hiding in little pockets of shade along the banks. Bass are kind of averse to bright light, so they adapt in places like this to just gravitate towards deeper water or these shady spots where they can get food and still have ambush abilities available to them. So I did that, and I adapted my approach, and I basically resolved after an hour or two of fishing to the fact that I was just going to fish for dinks. I was going to do it fishing topwater with a P60 popper, which is the intermediate size Rebel popper, and you know, with just a good medium action rod, fast tip, fast action, medium heavy rod. I was just making precision casts and working that lure off of the bank until a fish followed it and ate it. You'll see some of them eat it aggressively, some of them just kind of sip it, very subtle strikes. But in that way I managed to land 7 or 8 fish. A few of them were keepers, and just enough to get a limit, and on a very tough day finished just outside the top 10 in 11th place. And that's, I think, my point here. A lot of tournament anglers, when they struggle to find fish, they start kicking themselves and saying, "No, I'm not going to win, I don't want these dinks," etc. No. You got to think about the long term, right? And the long term commitments you make during the season. At this point in the season, I'm gunning not for Angler of the Year. I'm gunning for end of season tournament qualifications, rankings, things like that. So my perspective changes. It's more important for me to get a limit on a day like this than it is to stack points, finish in the top 5, cash a check, etc. So I'm one of those people who looks at it in a glass half full kind of way. Well, I'm not getting the big bites I'm going to need to win, but it's a tough day. I'm still going to stack points and be consistent and competitive. And I finished in the top third of the anglers in this event. Like I said, I think I was 11th out of 36 or 37 who fished. So I'll take that any day. To me, it's a testament to consistency and finding bites and grinding out tough bites on what turned out to be a really hot and difficult day. Slow and steady wins the race sometimes, if you know what I mean. So enjoy this video. It's not a lot of footage. There's about 6 or 7 cast to catch picks in there, but you can see the fog lifting as my brain starts to figure out, the fish are more over here, I'm going to work this area. So you see 2 fish that I catch in open water, and then the rest, the other 5 or 6, are all off around trees and under the banks, where you really got to make casts into tight areas, get it around structure, and present it quietly in a way that the fish think, oh, something fell out of that tree, I'm going to go eat it. So you'll see that. I hope you'll enjoy it, and I hope it'll get you thinking about enjoying catching some dinks on those tough days, because that's how you get your points. All right. Thank you for watching. I'm out.